If I go, would you be happy in the end? So is it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? Those memories. Was it all for nothing? Was it all for nothing? So is it all for nothing?
Surprise, surprise! Someone has posted 2 builds back to back. And you're probably like, Lucas, this is so weird. And I know. Trust me, I know. Gywn and I, we've been keeping this build a secret for around 2 weeks. But honestly, I'm really happy with how this build turned out. Welcome to our Mediterranean revival family home. It doesn't look that big, but it's actually huge. As you probably saw in the description, this house has 6 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. That's a lot, I know. We know, actually. And I was the one who did the exterior, and Gywn was actually the person who furnished this place. So it's a collaboration. I haven't done one in ages, and I had a lot of fun collabing with Gywn. I really love the way she just did the entire interior, and it matches the vibe of the exterior so perfectly. We actually weren't really sure what we were going for. We just kind of both went with the flow, and yeah, I guess this is what we came up with. The one extremely unique thing about this house is the fact that it has a guest house. It's something I never usually do, and I just really like the entire compound idea of this whole house. It has lots of outdoor spaces as well, as you can see. Basically, every single space on the first floor has an exit to an outdoor terrace or a pool area. That's because when I was building this house, I was trying to prioritize the indoor-outdoor living to match the kind of the Mediterranean aesthetic we were going for. I wouldn't say this build is 100% Mediterranean. I feel like it's a mix of styles. And we just decided that the closest thing to what we were going for was Mediterranean Revival, which is why you can see it in the title, obviously. But now we're looking at the kitchen, and I really, really love the way Gywn did the kitchen. Gywn is honestly such a talented builder. I'm so glad we got to collab, and it was a great experience working with her. Her video and her channel will be linked down below in the description for you guys to check out. The interior part of the speed build will obviously be on her channel, so yeah, like I said, I'll just link it down below for you guys to see, and I really hope you get to check her out because her builds are really amazing. But getting back to the build a little bit, as you've probably noticed, yes, that is a modded extension. I realize that now I cannot live without adding 1 or 2 to basically any build of mine. It's a must for me now, but I genuinely really love them. Like, I love when people try to not modernize old houses, but rather extend them, and just, I don't know, I love modern extensions if they're really pretty. And yeah, I really like the look of this one. I feel like my favorite feature of that extension is obviously the accordion doors. It's just, they have something to them. I don't know, I love them so much. And I guess another feature that I really, really like about this house is the tiny balconies. Like, if I had this house in real life, I'd spend all of my time on those balconies because they just add so much to the whole Mediterranean aesthetic, and I just love the look of them. And I guess another thing that kind of added a lot to the Mediterranean aesthetic is the pergolas. I used a lot of them, but do I regret it? Absolutely not. I really love this part with the fairy lights. I don't know, it's so cute for different dinners with friends and family, where you just gather all together and just have fun and talk and enjoy the view at night. I don't know, it feels like such a vibe to me. But now we're finally heading upstairs, where we'll find the other 4 bedrooms. One's a nursery, one's a kid's bedroom, and the other 2 are just guest bedrooms, but both have the balconies, which literally make the bedrooms. I have to say, I really love this bedroom so much. It has to be probably my favorite room in the entire house. It's just the dark theme, and just Gywn did such a good job with the interior. I don't know what to say because it's that good. It really is that good, though. I mean, don't you guys think that? Because I do. Another thing you'll find upstairs is the laundry room too. It's just weird because I didn't even realize how big I made this place until I saw the floor plan, and there's so much space to fill up. But I guess having challenges like that is also kind of good for you. It's like good practice, and yeah, I don't know. I just think this interior turned out amazing. I'm just repeating myself for the 50th time because I actually think so. And yeah, if you guys don't check out Gywn, you are gonna regret it. She's literally so good. And yeah, she has made lots of good builds. My favorite ones have to be the modern ones, I have to say. But just please check her out. I'm begging you. You won't regret it. Trust me. And now we're gonna move on to the last bedroom, which is the kids' bedroom. And this is definitely my second most favorite room just because of the bunk beds. I feel like the whole idea was so cool and the space is used so well. I can already imagine all the roleplays you can have here. And honestly, I'd be so down to roleplay here. I don't roleplay, but I'd be down to roleplay in this house. I guess this house kind of matches my aesthetic, so I really do like it. But yeah, that is it with the tour, really. There's only one last thing that I didn't show you guys, which is the garage, but it's the garage. But as always, keep watching for floor plans, credits, and speed build, and I just really hope to see you all in the voiceover, where I will obviously talk more about the build, maybe the building process, and just a little bit more about my personal life. So, I guess I'll see you there. As always, I'd like to give credits to people whose hacks I use in the speed build. Firstly, the one hack everyone uses is obviously the layer floor hack trick by my friend Noki. Thanks to him, our floors always look 10 times better than they would regularly. For carpets, we used the floor decal trick by Float. I will link Noki's and Float's socials down in the description. I always say this, but please check them out. You'll have zero regrets. Well, and just like per usual, the custom pillows on the interior were originally designed by Des but improved by Float, while the roof trimming hack came from GabbsOfficial. In this build, I really wanted to use the older vine hack because I just love how it looks. To me, it doesn't look outdated at all. The original idea was by Yellow Carnation, but just like with the pillows, Fruitmcnare improved the design. The floating hack also came from Yellow Carnation. I got some minor custom tree inspo from Aldi, who you may know as Aldrensia. All of these people will be linked down below in the description. But now, I'll let you enjoy the long-awaited speed build and voiceover. Have fun. Well, congratulations on making it to the speed build. This whole voiceover or video in general was just very weird to me because this video was very unplanned, this build in general. But I'm so glad that Gywn and I collabed. But it's just, when you do unexpected builds, it's kind of like a weird feeling, and this was definitely an unexpected build. I think I just messaged Gywn the other day and I was like, hey, I saw your builds, I really loved them, and I was thinking maybe you'd like to collab, and she agreed, and then we just kind of did it. So this is what both of us came up with. Basically kind of repeating what I said in the tour, so I shouldn't be doing that. It is currently 11 a.m. for me on a Saturday morning. The funny thing is about today is the fact that I actually have a flight to catch in 6 hours from now, and I haven't started packing or doing anything. So as soon as I'm done with recording this voiceover, I'm gonna go and get ready for my flight. I'm actually going on this trip for a week, which I'm really excited for, and yeah, I feel like I'll come back with a lot of experiences to share with you guys. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have a voiceover of just me telling about my experiences there. I mean, I hope, stuff happens that I could tell you guys and be like, oh yeah, this happened. I don't know, I love sharing my experiences sometimes, especially the awkward ones. For some reason, I've been getting so many recently. I don't understand it. It's just, it has been happening. There's no explanation to it. It's just, yeah, it just happens, It just happens. But why the hell am I talking about what I'm gonna do when I should be talking about the build a little bit more? So yeah, like I said in the tour, this build is 6 bedrooms. This house, it's 6 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Like I said, I was really like surprised by how big this house turned out to be because it really doesn't look like that from the outside. Actually, wait, no, there's more because there's the guest house, and I completely forgot about it yesterday while editing. Oopsie, so it's actually 7 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, which this could be a mansion, and it literally does not look like one at all. But I mean, I feel like houses like these are always the cutest. Those that look kind of smallish but are actually huge. And yeah, I don't know, like this, and basically I'm still so confused about like the house style of this place because it really doesn't have a specific style. It's kind of Mediterranean looking, but also Tudor-ish. So I feel like it's a mix of both styles. And then yeah, Mediterranean revival is probably the closest thing to that kind of mix. So I was like, okay, let's just call this a Mediterranean revival, and that's why that's why we have this name. For those of you wondering, of course. It's not 100% a Mediterranean revival, it so happened that it's the closest thing to what we were going for. Yeah. For the front of the exterior, I actually used a reference picture, which I kind of recreated in a way, and then the rest, it was just kind of my imagination, should I say. The back, and the floor plan. I feel like the floor plan was one of the hardest things. I always have issues, by doing floor plans with like in houses with dormers, because in real life dormers work a little bit different than in Bloxburg, and you could do it the way it works in real life, but it's really tricky, so I just usually don't bother. But it's never so blocky, and yeah, like in Bloxburg, just always turns out to be blocky, and sometimes for me it's very hard to make it work. I feel like I was happy with how I made it in this house. I feel like it was kind of a decent floor plan, and I also really like the adjustments Gywn made with the floor plan and how she turned one big bedroom into multiple ones, and that's why we have a nursery and a kid's bedroom. And yeah, and the bedrooms actually turned out to be pretty spacious, while there's still so many, so that just makes it even more confusing for me on how bedrooms turned out to be this spacious in a house like this, because it really isn't that big. I mean, yes, it's kind of big, but it's not that big. But yeah, I don't know. While I was editing the first half of the video, I was kind of thinking about how I could have done the landscaping differently. And I really wish I could have used the new decals for bushes. I really want to try them out, and I'm just so excited for the next build when I'll be able to, I don't know, have like a kind of a unique landscape, because with decals it's much easier to make different landscapes, obviously, because you have more bushes that you could use, and I think I have an idea on how to not make it look 2D in a way. I mean, it kind of will, but maybe it won't look as 2D. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes, but I'm really excited about the trees. I know I talked about them in like the past 2 voiceovers I filmed, yesterday and the day before yesterday, but you know what, it's something I'm kind of obsessed about right now, and I really want to have a try. I really want to have a go. I really want to have a go at it. But yeah, it's just slightly busy right now with school and my other activities, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like as soon as I'm gonna get back from this trip, I'm gonna just work on a build. I really need that kind of a break where I can just sit down at home, have a cup of coffee, and just build. Because, well, yeah, never knew it was gonna be this hard being in high school. I mean, it's really not that hard. It's just, it really keeps you busy if you have like other activities outside of school. So I guess that's just the reality of life. And I always complain about this on every single voiceover. Haven't you guys gotten bored yet? I hope. Honestly, I don't blame you if you have. I probably would have gotten bored, but yeah. Maybe I should just get back to the build. I think I shall, but one of the main Tudor-ish pieces of this house are like the wall curves at the ends. It's like such a Tudor thing, and that's why this house is kind of like a mix of like a Mediterranean and Tudor, because it has like lots of Mediterranean details, But then you also take a look and then you see some Tudor details and you're like, what the hell is this house? So, honestly, in all fairness, can't even really tell you myself, but do I like it? I love it. I really do love it. And here you can see me just putting in windows. I'm gonna change these all. I remember I just wanted to see how it would all look with windows quickly without having to actually make each window. I remember it took me around 2 days to just build this house, which is really not that much, knowing how slowly I build. So I was really proud to see that I managed to finish this house in like two days. It wasn't even days, it was like 2 nights in a row. But do I have any regrets? No, absolutely not. I actually do love how this build turned out. And another feature I really like about this house are the arches. I'm so glad we can actually do arches now, like proper arches with the wall cutouts. I remember I wanted that so badly like a year ago, and now we finally have it, and it's just like, I'm so glad that we're starting to get things we really, really wanted in the game, and it's so much easier to build like that when you just have things handed to you already, when you don't need to make it out of basic shapes and whatnot. And now it's just given to you, and it's just, oh, I love it so much. So yeah, I was so glad I got to use the arches. Like, I even imagined the living room kind of with arches. I guess that's slightly inspired by Kendall Jenner's house, because I just love how her living room is. The interior designers of that house are literally top tier. There are just so many houses that I'd like want to recreate, but just recreating houses is so much work. Like, it's one thing to recreate an exterior or like a facade of a house, but actually like recreating the floor plan and everything, it is hell. Let me tell you, it is hell. I feel like those who've done it know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just tough, you know? But I guess there are things that are tough, but once you get them done, it also feels very nice. So, this is literally like so random, but I just can't wrap my head around this whole fact. Because today is obviously Eurovision's big final, and I've never missed any in my entire life, which is just so crazy, I know. And today, I'll kind of have to, in a way. I have the opportunity to watch it in the airport, which is exactly what I'm going to do, but it's just so weird for me to do that. Like, Eurovision in the airport. I don't know, like, just, it's going to be so weird. So weird. And I know it shouldn't even be that weird, but for me, it's very weird. It's like, it's just a show, but also, like, at the airport, like, I don't know. I guess it's going to be an interesting experience to watch it at the airport. What if I'm not going to hear anything? Because, you know, everything will be too loud. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But on the other hand, I'll have something to do at the airport, which I remember one time. I went on vacation to Spain. It was Tenerife, I think. Those of you who know, I actually love that island. It's one of my favorite places on earth. I don't know if I've ever said that. It's just, I love that island so much. But basically, I went there on vacation, and yeah, we had 2 flights. One to Barcelona, and the other from Barcelona to Tenerife. Let me tell you, we had to wait like 9 hours just for the flight at the airport in the middle of the night. It was the most boring experience I've ever had. Okay, maybe not like the most boring, but I literally didn't have anything to do because I didn't prepare any shows for myself. I didn't have anything. And I don't even think that the airport Wi-Fi worked, or maybe it did. And I was just trying to talk to my friends, and yeah, some responded, some actually helped me get through the whole waiting thing. But it was like 9 hours. So my tip for you is, if you have to wait at the airport for a very long time, please, I don't know, find yourself to do something, because otherwise you're just gonna get bored. You're gonna lose your mind out of boredom. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I know I almost lost mine. Or maybe it's just different for everyone, but like personally, when I'm waiting, I need to do something, because I can sit in silence for like 20 minutes and I'll be fine. But after, no, I need to start doing something. I don't know. So yeah, I guess that's like a weird experience. The airport was nice though. I have to say, I really like Barcelona's airport. I guess the thing that really not made me upset, it was kind of a sad thing, is that the fact that everything was closed as soon as we arrived. Like everything started closing as soon as we arrived. Maybe there were things that were open, or stores or shops, but I guess they just were in different terminals, because we were in a terminal where literally everything closed down. So yeah, it was kind of a long wait. But the trip was nice, so the wait was worth it. Unfortunately, we had to wait those 9 hours while going to Tenerife and not going back home, because I feel like it's a lot more annoying to wait when you're actually going home instead of when you're going somewhere, because, you know, when you're going somewhere, you're kind of like, you're excited and you're like, okay, I can do this because it would be so cool there. And when you're going home, you just want to go home. So I'm glad we didn't need to wait that long when we went home. I think actually we did need to wait a while. I just don't remember how long exactly. I think it was like 5 or 4 hours. So it's not 9, but it's, you know, it's around the same. And it was like in London's Luton Airport. I think that's the one. So yeah, that airport, did not necessarily like it that much. I haven't personally been to Heathrow, or I actually haven't been to many airports, but slowly, I'm visiting more and more, which is kind of exciting. I love traveling so much. Traveling is literally one of my most favorite things to do on this planet. I enjoy it so much. And like, the more time goes on, the more I want to do it. Like, I can't explain it. It's just, I want to do it more. And I guess this is exactly what I like about being my age, is like slowly becoming independent and just being able to make decisions by yourself and go where you want and do what you want. And, you know, no one really has a say in it, which is just, I love it. Because sometimes, like, I'm a person who needs to take breaks from life. Like, even for a day. It's just, I need to take that break. And then, you know, in order for me to just not lose my mind, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like an introvert thing. But I actually took a personality test, and if you're wondering, I'm actually 60% extrovert and 40% introvert, which I feel like is low-key kind of accurate, because I love socializing. And, like, I love it so much, and I can socialize for, like, 6 days straight. But I feel like I'll need to take that one last day of the week off in order to recharge, and then I can just get back into socializing like nothing ever really happened. So I guess that kind of matches like the whole personality thing. Because at first I thought that was an introvert, but then I took the test, I was like, oh wait, maybe not. But no, I feel like it's kind of accurate, and yeah, like I realized it's kind of easy for me to socialize, and I like doing it. I like talking to a lot of new people. I like meeting new people. I like to reconnect with old friends. It's just, I don't know, socializing is something I really love doing. But I guess our species, like the human race, we're all kind of supposed to socialize, and that's our thing. I heard somewhere, correct me if I'm wrong, that I don't think the human mind can go without socializing. It's like at one point we need to do it. I heard this somewhere, and yeah, I think it's true though. I mean, kind of. I might be wrong, so don't take this with a grain of salt, because I'm not 100% sure if it's true. I just heard someone say that. Well, not someone, it was like a specialist. I think. Okay, I think I heard someone say this. So, if I did come up with it, then oh well. Then I'm wrong. And I don't know, like, I think I've talked about this, but like, I'm not necessarily into psychology, kind of. I find the human mind really fascinating, and like, I've always wondered how it works, and, you know, how people think, and I don't know, psychology is such like an interesting science. Honestly, I've said this before. If I didn't want to be an architect, I'd probably be a therapist. It's totally something I could do easily. And like, I love helping other people. You know, like, listening to others, trying to help. I don't know, it just kind of happens. But yeah, I guess we could probably change the topic a little bit, shall we? I think we should. A lot of you probably noticed that when I was doing the doors, the custom doors in the living room, I actually made the doors like two separate pieces. That way I could separate them and open them if I really wanted to. Because before I didn't really do that, but now I started doing it, and I'm so glad I did, because it's really good when you can just open the door in build mode. I wish we could open them, you know, actually, like, by just clicking on it. Sadly. Maybe one day we'll get something that would help us make doors like that. I feel like probably we will eventually. It's just a matter of time. I'm gonna repeat myself, but I just want to say this once again. I'm just so glad that we're finally getting items we all really wanted. And we get items we never knew we wanted, but we wanted them. Like the transparent decal, I never thought that was possible ever. Instantly, such like a cool item. So yeah, I'm still kind of thinking about it and how I'm gonna use it as soon as I come back home from the trip. Yeah, but that's gonna be in a week, so oh well. I'm kind of, not that I'm scared, I'm kind of nervous about packing. I don't know what to exactly pack, and well, I'll have around 5 hours to find out. Um, so that would be a bit nervy, but you know, I feel like I could get it done easily. I'm really hoping I won't be late. Imagine being late to your flight. No, I don't want to miss my flight. I don't think I've ever missed a flight, but I know people who have, and their experience, their stories are just no. Someone I know actually missed their flight because they fell asleep while waiting for it. That's just like the amount of anger I probably would have felt when I would have realized that I just missed my flight. No. Would not want that to happen to me. So I'll be really mad at myself today if I actually end up missing my flight. But why am I shouldn't even be thinking about that. I should just be thinking about packing. Packing. I still have around 5 hours until I need to leave, so I feel like I'll be fine. You know, I should be fine, right? Yeah. And then in the background, I don't know if you guys saw, but that is the suburban house. I think I just finished the suburban house while building this. Maybe not. No, I think I finished up recording the footage for the speed build before working on this house. But I don't know, it's weird to say that I'm posting two houses back to back. It's like so not on brand for me, because it usually takes a month for me to post a new build, and I managed to get two builds out basically at the same time. But I really hope you guys like this house. It's a collab, which I haven't done one, like I said, in ages. I think my last collab was actually the Scandinavian build with Noki. I had a lot of fun working on that, but I also had a lot of fun working on this. The one thing I really like about my collabs is the fact that they're usually really different to what I make myself. Like instead of making suburban houses, I always go for something a lot more out of my comfort zone. So, you know, there was the Scandinavian, and now we have this Mediterranean Tudor Mediterranean revival home. You know, it's definitely not something I usually do, and I honestly, I really kind of want to have a go at it, and make these kind of houses more often. But I guess that's up to you guys to decide. I know that you guys really like suburban houses, which is partially why I do them. And another thing that I really want to do is make like a modern house soon. I really want to make a modern house. I've been thinking about them for so long. It's just modern houses, they're just so cool. Honestly, if I had to pick a dream home, it would definitely be a modern house. I'm telling you guys, modern houses are the crap. Okay, this is just my personal opinion. I guess everyone has their own different tastes, but it's just fine. I guess I'm kind of excited to work on one as soon as I come back. So I guess this is kind of like secret information, secret plans that not everyone knows about. So I guess those who are listening to this voiceover will know about it now. I've been wanting to talk about this because of this one strange thing that happened to me. It's not really a controversial topic. I hope it's not. I mean, it shouldn't be. It's just animals with like human names. Okay, I'll explain to you why I want to talk about this. What happened that made me want to talk about this in a way. Basically, I was at a coffee shop doing my work, because usually When I don't really need to work on my computer, like my desktop, I usually just go to a coffee shop and do whatever I need there because it's just easier for me to concentrate. I really have no idea why. It's just, it works for me like that. And yeah, I was working at a coffee shop, like per usual, and I hear someone calling my name. And I was like, what? What's going on? I look towards the barista and see that the person ordering was actually talking to their dog. And so the dog had my name. And it's just, it's so weird to me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. It's just, why would you call your pet something you'd call a human? I don't know. I mean, sometimes the names are cute, I have to say. I've heard some pretty cute human names on pets. I feel like a very common one is Bella for dogs. Maybe not just for dogs, but it's like, I don't know, having a cat named Steve. Wouldn't that just be a tiny bit weird? I mean, honestly, it's not even a bad thing if you do have a cat named Steve. I love cats. But it's just, I don't know, for me, it's like, out of all the names, you'd pick Lucas to call your dog. I mean, but there are different people, so it was just weird. But I mean, there are a bunch of weird names, and it's just a name after all. It's not that I got offended. It was just like, okay, wait, this is new. You know, like every day we learn something new. And I learned that there are dogs named like me. So like weird, but you know, I don't mind. It is what it is. Actually, it was pretty funny when I looked at it. I was like, oh, oh, it's like, yeah, it was just funny. It really well, and a tiny bit weird. I suppose it's just the name that was picked. Really, maybe not the fact that it's a human name. I don't know. Like I'd never name a pet Lucas, but I guess it's just me. I don't know. I just really wanted to share this because I thought it was kind of like a funny story of me just hearing, like, of me thinking that like someone was calling me and actually it was their dog. So, but I mean, you know, anything can happen nowadays. Yeah, so I wasn't really that surprised. Yeah, but it was pretty funny, not gonna lie. Speaking of coffee shops, I remember when I was away for like a weekend, I really didn't have much to do, so I started kind of interacting with you guys on Instagram for stories, and I had so much fun. A lot of you guys actually asked a lot of good questions, and yeah, I had fun a lot. Like I had a lot of fun answering them, and I feel like I definitely want to do something like this again. So yeah, I guess just keep an eye out for stories like that where it's like, let's talk or something. Because, yeah, I have a lot of fun doing those kind of stories. I don't know, it's really fun interacting with you guys. And I was actually asking those of you on Instagram whether you'd be interested in seeing more of just things I'm doing every day, like when I'm sitting at a coffee shop and stuff. And a lot of you actually said yes. And, yeah, I remember just kind of not posting after I said I would. And I kind of want to do it still. So I feel like it will come eventually and I will do it. I feel like it's not that I don't want to, it's just I need to remember from time to time to post what I'm doing. But it was really actually nice to see that a lot of you are interested in what I'm doing in real life, and I personally realized that I enjoy sharing quite a lot. It's just, I don't know, for me it's kind of cool to show others what you're doing in your life, and especially when they're like interested in that, it's like, I don't know, it's a good feeling. So, I guess I'm kind of saying this to ask you guys what you think about this whole thing. Would you like to see like some more real life, maybe not content, but just like real life stories on my Instagram account? By the way, if you're wondering where it's linked down below in the description. You just need to scroll all the way to the bottom and then you'll find all my socials. They're always there under every single video. I also have like Twitter and TikTok. TikTok is not something I really use. I feel like I only post on TikTok when I'm in the mood for it, which is only like once every 2 months. It just randomly happens, if you want me to be entirely honest. In the speed build, I'll soon move on to coloring. I think I'm placing the last details and then I'll just start coloring, which I really like the color scheme of this house. Like I said, I feel like the color scheme is exactly what brings in the Mediterranean feel. And yeah, it's like kind of the curves that also bring out the Tudor side of this house. So there's that, but I feel like it's time for me to go. I wish I could have stayed for longer, but obviously someone needs to catch a flight and still to pack their things. But I hope they enjoyed this voiceover, and I really hope to see you all in the next video. Which you guys should see one either on Sunday or Wednesday. If you're not gonna see one on Sunday, then it's gonna be out on Wednesday 100%. I'm saying that because if I'm gonna be able to get one more video done, I'll post it tomorrow on Sunday, but I already have a video scheduled for Wednesday. So there's that. But yeah, just if you're rebuilding this, I wish you the best of luck. And well, if you're not, I hope your day is well. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!